calavera, mira, mira, calavera. Dale 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 calavera, mira, mira, calavera.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Irma Ruiz, and welcome to Tarot Card Comedy. We have a very awesome guest today. His name is Mr. AlGonzalesv. Say hi, Al.
Hello, Irma.
How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here and doing this with me. You know, I'm
Oh,
really...
you're welcome.
Oh, did you just like twist your beard?
Oh, yeah. Watch that. Ooh.
One more time. See, I was like, he's a perfect guy for this. Thank you, Al. Do you believe like in mystical things, Al? Tarot
Look at my
cards?
background. I got a skull. I got my skeletons. I got my Selena cups.
Your Selena cups.
I do. I got some Selena
That's
cups
awesome.
back there.
I know. Okay, so what we're gonna do today, Al, in case you're not really familiar with what's going on here, what I'm going to do is I am an expert at tarot cards, and when I say I'm an expert, I mean I have my cameraman who tells me what they mean, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about sometimes.
So he's an
man.
expert.
I know. Look I've got my little goblet. I bought this off of Amazon.
Ooh.
Beep. Amazon beep.
Is
Yeah,
that
so
your
let's
goblet of
let's take
fire?
a drink. What are you drinking?
Oh, me? I'm drinking a Topo Chico knockoff.
Okay, let's cheers. One more time. Let's cheers. Cheers.
All right. Boom. Cheers.
Transdimensional cheers.
Transdimensional cheers. All right, Al. Are you ready for this? This is what we're going to do. Okay. I'm going to...
Hold on.
You better do the sign of the cross. This is a French game. Nobody takes a French seriously anyway, so please. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to fake shuffle these cards, and I'm going to pull a card, and you're going to tell me what you think about this. All right, here it goes.
Okay.
1, 2, and... So, I mean, it's just
Lovers.
love,
Hold
the
on.
lovers.
The
Tell
lovers.
me,
Ooh.
you got to tell me. Actually, tell me about your wife. How did you guys even meet? I mean, because what I know about Al is that he was in L.A. and right now we are both based in San Antonio, Texas. But you came to San Antonio for a reason. What was that reason, Al?
For my wife.
For your wife? What do you?
Yeah.
What, did she live here or what was it?
No. So we met in a comedy club in San Francisco. We both worked the comedy club. She was the box office manager and I was the floor supervisor. And we got married out in San Francisco. And then we moved to Los Angeles, where she worked for Live Nation up there on Hollywood Boulevard. And then I was managing a comedy club right there on Hollywood Boulevard. And then she got a better job offer here in Texas. And she picked San Antonio because it was an hour and a half away from Austin, which has a really good scene.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2.5 hours away from Houston and 4 hours away from Dallas. So she figured that would be a good alternative for me as a comic.
So she took you into consideration.
Oh, yeah.
That's so sweet. I mean,
Definitely.
it must have been hard for you to
very hard.
leave California and come over to Texas. So what do you
Born and
think of
raised.
what do you think of the whole Texas comedy scene now that you're here?
I like it.
How
It's
how long have you been in Texas?
5 years this year.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen like a shift? Have you seen like a change in the comedy scene?
Well, there's a lot of changes, and a lot of them has to do with different things. But I mean, we only have one, official comedy club, out here. But we also have a couple smaller comedy clubs, boutique comedy clubs in San Antonio.
I like that. That sounds good. I like that boutique comedy clubs.
But I like it. It's a good scene.
I like the way it
and
sounds.
It's connected to the other clubs around Texas.
Right. Awesome. Okay, you ready for your next card, Al?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we're just going to throw them down, and then you're going to tell me what they mean later.
Let's see. Bam.
Okay.
So, deception. Have you ever felt like you were deceived by anybody?
Every day.
Every day. Aww. I don't like
Every
that
day is
card.
a deception.
I know. That's a boring card.
Especially with this COVID going on. Who knows what's going on?
I know.
I feel like we're being deceived in some way.
Let me tell you what's going. I mean, everybody always talks about like conspiracy theories and stuff, but sometimes I think like, oh my God, maybe something really is going on. So I had some friends of mine who work in Del Rio, Texas. They're teachers, And with the school district, they're giving out like free COVID testing. So they signed up to get it, but they never actually went to go get it, but they got results.
What?
Yes.
And what were their results?
One was positive and one was negative, but they never got tested. But they got an email telling them about their results. So I was like, I don't know about this, man. I had actually seen somebody on Facebook who had mentioned that their aunt had gone to one of the testing sites, but the line was too long, so they're just like, we're just going to go home. And the same thing had happened to them. They got an email, because they had already registered, they got an email saying that they had actually been tested positive, and they were like, wow. You know? That's, to me, that's weird. But when I saw that, I was like, nah, whatever, that's fake. You know what I mean? But then when it happened to people that I knew, I was like, oh my God. Well, maybe something's going on, man. Maybe something's going on.
Like I said, I just feel like there's deception going on all corners of 2020 this year.
I know.
The 2020 is vision, so keep your eyes open for deception.
2020 has been the craziest year ever. This is like something out of like a science fiction novel. It's insane. Okay, let's do the next card. You ready, Mr. Al Gonzalez?
Number 3.
Bam! Infatuation or distraction? What is going on with your cards, Al? You put all these together? Lovers?
All 3 of them seem to...
Deception? Infatuation and what?
Infatuation and distraction.
And distraction. I don't know. If I were your wife and I was looking at these cards being read, I'd be like, what the hell is going on? That's serious. I would be like, what's happening here? You know? What do you think this is? Distraction and what?
Infatuation.
Oh, infatuation. I had a little bit too much to drink right before. It's the eye. It's the eye, guys. Screw me up. You know? So what do you think about that?
Lots of distraction. A lot of distractions going on.
And you know,
I'm distracted every day. I have so many things going on with comedy. I can't keep focused half the time.
Exactly. And I think we're just infatuated with the whole scene and the desire. Like sometimes I feel guilty, you know, because I feel like, oh my God, I'm cheating on my husband with comedy.
With comedy.
You know what I mean?
Doesn't it feel like that sometimes?
Like I love it so much.
Right.
That I'm just like,
it's like if you had to choose between or...
Exactly. You know? And thank God, we happen to be very fortunate. You have an awesome wife. My husband is amazing. You know what I mean? So they're very understanding. So that's super, super cool. Okay, next card. You ready, Al?
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum. And here we go.
Pride.
What do you think about this? How do you think this relates to your life right now? Do you feel is this like almost conceited kind of pride, Mr. Cameraman? Or is it just like you feel proud of something that you
I feel very proud of what I'm doing right now. So I've been on tour with Steve Trevino for the last 2 years. I've known him since 2007.
Yes.
And it's been a fun ride. He's helped me out a lot since I've been here in Texas. And not only have I been touring in real life, you know, with a great comedian like him, but I feel proud. There's a lot of pride in the fact that I just started a virtual reality comedy club. So
I heard about that. Tell us about that.
So it's official. Myself and another comedian, Kyle Render, and 2 other gentlemen, we just started a comedy club in virtual reality. Mm-hmm. And we are in the process of starting a comedy club business in virtual reality. So,
wow.
Yes, so we're very proud of that because it's actually been going very well. We're in our 5th month, and we've been written up on 2 virtual reality magazines, and we're getting people from all across the country who want to be a part of it. And we just had 2 of our bigger acts just perform recently. We had Paul Varghese from Dallas, who was on Last Comic Standing and Live at Gotham on Comedy Central. And we also had Alfred Robles, who was on Comedy Central and tours with Fluffy. So I think those are 2 of our biggest catches right now for our VR Comedy Club.
Nice. And so what is have y'all developed a name for it? I know it's kind of new.
Yes, it's called Fail to Render. That is the name of the comedy show. It's also the name of our comedy company. And what we plan to do is basically get all the comedy clubs in the country on board to open up their own virtual reality comedy version of their own comedy club.
That's
because
awesome.
As long as governors and mayors are going to keep them shut down, which I think is ridiculous. But as long as that's going to happen,
They
and
need
that are
to
going to
think
abide by it, well, then
outside
they're
of
going
the
to have to
box.
find, yes, they're going to have to think outside of the box. And people like yourself and myself, we've been thinking out of the box for the last several months,
Yep.
and we've been succeeding at it where others have failed. And one of the and you've got to feel some pride in that, right?
Yes, absolutely. And there are still a lot of comedians that are like, no,
They won't do it.
They won't do it. I'm like,
No, they won't do
you
it at
have
all.
to adapt to the times.
Exactly.
You have to.
And
You
so-
have to adapt to the times.
The deception, to go back to the last card, the deception is that people think that this is not real comedy. They
Exactly.
think that doing what we do is not real comedy. Well, here's the great deception. It's very real. The laughter is real. The money is real. And the career movement is real. So it doesn't matter whether they believe in it. We believe in it, just like we believe in these little tarot cards you're reading.
Yeah. Whoa. I don't know about that. The whole reason that I got into this whole tarot card thing, I walked into my son's room. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Whoa.
Like, "What are you doing?" And then I saw the tarot cards. I'm like, "What's that?" And he explained it to me, and it was right during the pandemic. And I was like, "Oh my God, we can totally do this. We can make something out of it." You know what I mean? So that's what we're
Right.
doing, and it's blowing up. You know what I mean? It's freaking awesome. I love it. Okay, you ready for your next card, Al?
Take pride in that. That's what pride is all about.
Bam. Either you're judging people, or you feel that people are judging you.
Oh, of course. People are always judging me. When you're doing well in life, people are always judging you.
Yeah.
And again, it goes back to what we're doing. We're doing things like this.
Yes.
Like shows on Zoom, shows in virtual reality. We're touring during a pandemic when people are freaking out and telling us to
Yes.
stay home. And how dare we put people's lives in danger? And I just go, the last time
Wear a mask.
you raw dogged a hooker in Tijuana, you're the last person I'm taking advice from. And help.
About being judged, I worry about that a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I worry about it a lot. I have like good things happening in my life, good things happening in my career, and I'm afraid to like post about it on social media, because I really believe that
Don't worry
negative
about it.
energy can be so it's contagious. You know what I mean? That's why I kind of will throw out hints.
Irma, what do they say? They say that even bad press is good press.
I know.
So the more they talk about you, the more you're being talked about.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
all on how you move within that energy.
Yep. Exactly. So this
We
is actually
we
a
all
good
live our
card.
lives. We all make choices. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we do things that are outstanding, and we just have to move with it.
I don't make mistakes. Not
good
little
thing you
old
said that in front of
Irma.
your son.
I had a phone call today with one of the guys that's one of the guys who's producing like the shows and stuff. He was just like, "Whatever you do, don't do anything crazy." I'm like, "Oh, you're ruining all my fun." All right, next card, Mr. AlGonzalez. Are you ready for this? Bam,
I'm ready.
and here
Let's bring it on.
goes. This is the devil. I'm not dancing to the devil. No. Okay, but the funny thing is, it doesn't actually mean like the devil, like Satan, because
Himself, right.
this is the ugliest card of all. It's just horrible. It's like a fat man with like horns, and it's ugly. But it doesn't really mean like the devil. It's what he basically represents, which is like
Material temptation.
material temptations, liquor, sex, drugs,
Food,
Wow.
entertainment.
food,
money,
entertainment, money.
Anything that's not church.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
put-
not really
You
like,
put all
the
those
devil's
cards
gonna come
together,
for you.
Irma, it doesn't paint a good picture.
I know. It sounds kind of fun to me. I'm just kidding.
I'm a big fan of material temptation.
Oh, I wish I don't want to do this card. I don't want to play this game anymore, TJ. So like I don't know, like I don't know what to think about this card. Materialistic temptations. Just I think probably my worst temptation right now is my drinking. I drink a little bit, But I don't drink before I get on stage. Well, I'll drink a little bit, but I don't get drunk when I'm on stage.
She
You know what I mean?
waits for after for that.
I wait for afterwards. What is your worst like materialistic temptation that could possibly hurt you if you were not in control over it?
Probably the same thing you are. So, I try to keep it moderate. So
There you go. But for a while there, you were not even drinking.
no,
What happened?
I was sober for a few years, for off and on for a few years. So I kept it straight for about a year or so. It just
And
I had a lot going on my plate, and I just wanted to make sure I kept my
Yeah.
head straight.
And I see you're pretty much in control of everything going on, because I didn't even realize you were drinking again until I went and I checked out your studio there at your house, and I was like, oh, look at that bottle over there. Like, no, okay, you were not drinking anymore. Okay, you're good alcoholic. You're one of those I can hide it very well.
Oh,
Okay, Al. Well, Al, thank you so much for doing this for me. I really appreciate having you on. Thank you for taking the time. Do you have any questions that we can ask the cards?
any questions? Okay,
Yes. Let's
see.
pull through. Ask a question, and we will pull 3 cards.
All right. Will my wife get her job in the near future?
Okay, so I'm gonna pull 3 cards. We have the. Okay, there you go. Repetition and honing of skills. So that's a good one.
That's good.
The
Because
next one
she's honing her skills right now to get another job.
is the moon. Illusion. Well, maybe in your dreams. Did you see his face? He was like, in your dreams. And then the next one, bam, Wheel of Fortune. Change in fortune, which basically means whatever she's going through right now is gonna flip completely.
That's
So
good.
these are good. These are actually that's awesome that these cards. I just don't understand the moon one. I like the
I don't
honing of the
understand
skills and then the Wheel of Fortune, but I don't understand the illusion.
Could be that an
Yeah,
obstacle in her way isn't necessarily as bad as she thinks.
Exactly. Or it could just mean that maybe it's not where she is originally thinking of going.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be something better.
That's good because
You know?
she's getting an offer from 2 different colleges right now.
There you go. You see. Wait, does that mean you're moving? Or they're local? I'm so nosy.
Don't know yet. So that's the illusion.
That's the illusion. There you go.
The illusion. Am I here or am I somewhere else?
Oh my God. Okay, Al, thank you so much. Oh, tell people where they can find you.
They can find me at www.bigalgonzalesv9.com. That is my website. They can also find me every Thursday and Saturday on AltSpace on the Failed to Render comedy show. I host Thursday, Kyle Render hosts Saturday. And you can catch me on the road with Steve Trevino. Just check his calendar at stevetrevino.com, and you can find me performing right there with him.
Awesome. Thank you, Al.
No problem. Thank you, Irma.
Okay, toodles. Bye.
Little poodles.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and that concludes our tarot card comedy for today. Stay tuned until next time. Hasta luego.
Calavera, mira, mira, calavera, dale calavera.